Hello Tankers, I'm Major Hawkins, welcome to my channel. As the title indicates, this is about the cap strat on mines. And as far as I know, there is not a cap strat on mines. But nevertheless, this video will show you how you can influence the outcome massively on mines by playing it wrong. And yeah, I'll get into that in a little bit. But first of all, I would like to state that I am not going to dictate how people are playing. I'm not going to point out that people are playing it wrong. It's up to people how they choose to play their tank. Of course, I get frustrated, especially if I'm in a tier 8 or 9 and I have a high tier heavy tank that is camping in a bush in the back somewhere, thinking he's a TD. Of course, I get frustrated. But as Bushka said in the Stellar Cup recently, when the EU had the finals, he said that meta is just wild. The EU server does not have a meta. And I think what he meant by that is that after the merger, we have had so many different ways of playing the game that a lot of players felt frustrated that the game was changing and that they couldn't keep up with the win rate and all that. But the keynote to that is you have to adjust your playstyle. So the more you're able to adjust how you're playing your tank throughout the game, the more you can influence the game. And remember, you have 7 minutes to win a game. You have 7 minutes to do damage, reposition your tank, and do all that stuff. So when it all comes to show, I have this rule of 3 when I play a game. First of all, I look at the tank. What are the tank's main capabilities? What is the tank's playstyle? Second, when I get into the game, I look at what map am I getting. So that already indicates for me, okay, where am I going to position myself with that tank on that map? And then I get to see the lineup. I get to see what are the platoons, do I know any of the clans, and what are the capabilities of those tanks that are in the lineup. So that is the initial thought process I'm going through when I'm starting out a battle. And then when the battle starts, I have to adjust my playstyle because what I think people would be doing, that is only what I would have been doing. It's not necessarily how they're playing the tanks, so I have to adjust my playstyle. And that is the key to having fun games, I think, and actually to win more. So cap strat on mines is not working. Let me tell you that. In my opinion, the major strat on mines is to get hold of the hill up here, either sit on it and be able to shoot on the entire map, or dominate the hill with fire. You don't have to win the hill to win the game. You can dominate it with fire, so you deny the red team to go up on hill. And you can do that by TDs and somebody spotting in the mid. You don't have to sit on hill. Anyway, I'm in a tank here with not very much of gun depression. I have a great gun, I have a decent turret, and I have excellent DPM. If you look to my left here, I actually have 2 tanks going to the cap. And everybody would say that on mines don't push past this corner that I'm going here. And that is true, in my opinion as well. Don't push through that. And you will actually see they're both, or not both of them, but initially one of them is going to cap, and in a minute both of them will go in there. And that's actually the platoon, the second platoon on my team here, the Progetto and the 5A. And I'm thinking, what the hell are they doing? Everybody tells us, don't go on encounter cap. But you see the old man Grumpy, he initially went with me, and now he's rotating back to the hill because we were afraid that we would lose hill because nobody was holding hill. We actually anticipated that somebody would go up on hill, and the reason why old man Grumpy with a gun, with a tank, the Super Conk with 10 degrees of gun depression, excellent turret armor, he went with me, was to hold this corner. Because as a platoon, first of all, we're supporting each other. And I am horrible on hill. And second of all, we have a really good team up against us, the VLA team in the E3 and the Concept 1B. The Concept 1B would be excellent on hill as well, and the E3 in the back to support him. That would be horrendous to fight, especially for me because I have to overpeak that hill every time I need to get a shot off. So anyway, I'm out here, and if you see the Serpent, the 5A on my left here, he pushed past encounter cap. We have 3 TDs in the back, and he's pushing past, and he's dying in a second here. But what they are doing here with the Progetto and the 5A going up on cap is actually that they're forcing the enemy into changing their playstyle to try to change the outcome of the game, because they have to deny us access to the cap. So even though the Progetto and the 5A is playing this wrong, and I'm swearing and cursing, and Old Man Grumpy and me, we are like saying that these are noobs to each other, probably. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played this game. They are still massively influencing this game. Look at the Death Star here. He's drawing fire. He's doing it wrong because he's pushing way, way, way too far, and he's killing himself. So we have to work a lot here, Old Man Grumpy and me. I have to hold this corner. I have to deal out as much damage as I can, because otherwise they will circumnavigate us, they will win hill, and we'll lose the game. So I keep saying it, don't cap on mines. If you go cap on mines and your teammates do not do what Old Man Grumpy and me are doing, you will lose the game. Because the enemy will so easily be able to kill you when you're trying to cap. And for the cap to go up to 100, that's a long time. Now you see here that the E3 here on my left, I will actually shoot him through the track wheel, and my Jägeroo in the back, in the TD spot, will kill him. I know that that he is up there because he actually did what was right for a TD to do. He stayed a little bit in the back to provide us with cover fire. I don't know why the Death Star went forward, but hey, that's his business. The two grills here are the second platoon in this team, and if you see the grill to the left, there's now a one shot, and he's getting prepared to drive up. I see that he's turning his gun somewhat, so I know that he will be pushing up, and I'm holding my shot. I don't want to poke this because I know that he would most likely try to get through, and that's why I did what I did, to finish him off. And now I only have the grill here, and then I have the medium Progetto somewhere in the back here, and he's actually shooting me in a second. So, and of course the Old Man Grumpy was unfortunately, he was killed on the other side. Old Man Grumpy didn't do much damage this game, but it didn't matter too much because he held the hill, and he supported the other side of the map here, so the red team would not be able to gain supremacy or superiority over the hill. Unfortunately, our Jagdpanzer dies here, but obviously we win the fight. So I said again, there is no cap strategy in mines. Go for the hill. But you have to adapt your playstyle. So every once in a while, a game like this, and it'll just be odd, and you'll think, okay, what are they doing? Why are they playing like this? And together between the two, they did actually less damage than the Progetto could deal out with one clip. Something like that. So they didn't do a lot of damage. The only thing they did was pressure the enemy team to push out. Yeah, so you have to adapt your playstyle. You have to initially think of where you're going, but then you have to change how you're playing your tank, and it's it is a mess on the EU server, I think, sometimes, and you have to be very adjustable and don't be too stubborn. And remember that you have 7 minutes to change the outcome. You have 7 minutes of fun where you can deal out as much damage as you can. So yeah, that's all for me. Please let me know what you think down in the comments, and leave me a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. Other than that, take care and have a really great day. Bye bye.